Hi everyone, it's Maria from the Wood County District Public Library, and I am so happy to be here today with Josh Miner from the Toledo Zoo. And Josh is here with, well, a great big giant rabbit. He's going to introduce himself and his rabbit, but I want to let you know that we're wanting you to still join Bunny's Book Club, and you can do that at wcdpl.org, and we want you to join the Bunny's Book Club. You'll be able to come into the library or get your bunny from our curbside service, and all that information is available on our website. We have a lot of books about rabbits. So hi Josh, how are you?
Good. Hi everybody. So I'm Josh. I'm here at the Toledo Zoo in our children's area, and you can see with me is a very large rabbit. Everybody say hi to Judy Hops.
Hi Judy Hops.
So Judy Hops is named after the Zootopia character, that Disney movie, and she is a Flemish giant rabbit. So she is big, and she's meant to be this big. It might surprise you though, Judy is a baby still. So Judy's only about 5 months old right now. So she has a little bit more growing to do. They're called giant rabbits because they get over 20 pounds when they're full grown.
How much does Judy weigh right now?
Yeah, she's only about half that weight. So she's right around 10 pounds right now, which is still big for a rabbit. But not big for a giant rabbit.
Giant rabbit. Will she become full size when she's a year old, or?
They reach full size between about a year and 18 months.
Okay. How long do giant rabbits live? What's their average age span?
They average around 5 or 6 years, but it's not uncommon for an individual to live up to 8 years. So they have a pretty long life compared to other rabbit species that average closer to 3 to 5 years.
Okay. And is she a domesticated rabbit then that would be a pet that could be a pet?
She could be a pet, yeah. This type of rabbit actually is known for their ability to get litter trained. They're a common rabbit for 4-H groups to raise. So it is a domestic type of rabbit that you could have as a pet. When she gets a little bigger, we're actually going to harness train her. So instead of being in a corral like this, she'll be free to roam on a harness.
Wow. And she likes people then?
She is very friendly. She likes checking things out, likes exploring. That's why she'll keep kind of hopping around this corral that we're in. Very curious. She uses all of her senses. So you can see her really big ears, and that helps her to hear what's going on. She uses her whiskers, her sense of smell, her eyesight. So she is used to exploring.
I've read in our books, because we actually have books about rabbits, like wild rabbits, and then we have books about pet rabbits. We have books about being a zookeeper. But I've read that their eyesight is really, really good, that those big dark eyes really can see really well.
Yeah. They have a really good field of vision. So she can see almost all the way around her. So if we were to look at our field of vision, it stops somewhere right about where our ears are.
Okay. Ooh, interesting.
But a rabbit can see almost all the way around because they have one eye pointing that way and one eye pointing that way.
Wow.
And then their ears are pretty amazing too. She can turn her ears in any direction. So we hear things mostly in front of us, but a rabbit can hear things from all around. So they really have some super senses.
Wow, isn't that like superpowers?
Just like superpowers, yeah.
I'm trying right now to think about where my field of vision is. I guess it's a good idea to sort of put something behind your head to see where can you still see your hands. What does Judy like to eat?
Well, what she likes to eat are those treats. Things like carrots are a treat, apples are a treat. But her main diet is actually a pellet that's made out of hay and fresh hay too. So in the wild, a rabbit's going to eat mostly grasses. And
Okay.
if it's across a fruit, they would eat that too. So here at the zoo, we try to recreate that as much as possible. So most of what she eats is hay.
So she's a herbivore.
She is, yeah. So she has really long front teeth, those incisors for chewing all of the plants that she likes to eat. And then she doesn't have any canine teeth like we have, so she has a lot of molars for grinding.
Okay, okay. I like that Judy likes apples and carrots as treats. That's she's really smart. That those are really good treats for her. Not necessarily candy and cake and ice cream, but apples and carrots are treats. That's nice.
Exactly.
What does she feel like? Talking about senses.
Yeah, so she's really soft. Her fur is very thick, and actually, it's going to get thicker as we get into cooler months. And she even has soft fur on her ears and her head, and she likes her head scratched a little bit. So it's extremely dense and soft fur that she has.
Do you brush her like a dog?
No, we don't need to brush her like a dog. Her fur's not as long as some dog fur is, and she'll take care of the grooming on her own.
Okay, okay. And then her ears go back when you pet her. She's so soft.
Her ears are kind of out because she's alert, but when she calms down, her ears kind of tuck back along her body.
So maybe when she's sleeping, her ears are.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Wow. Where does Judy live in the zoo? How can we find her?
Yeah, so she lives in our new exhibit, the Barnyard. And the Barnyard's dedicated to all sorts of barnyard animals. So we have Judy the rabbit, we have turkeys, chickens, alpacas, pigs, goats, all sorts of really, really amazing things you can visit at the park.
Wow. Are we able to touch those animals?
The Barnyard actually has a feeding experience, so you can feed the goats and the alpaca if you want, and they'll come right up close, and you're welcome to touch them as you're feeding. The rabbits, the chickens, and the pigs don't have a feeding. She'll come out of her enclosure along with some of the chickens, and a staff person will have them, and you can touch them then.
Okay, okay. And tell us, Josh, a little bit about how the zoo is open right now and best ways to come visit. We're not wearing our masks right now because we're alone talking to each other. But obviously, when you're at visiting the zoo, you're wearing a mask, much like when you're visiting the library, you wear a mask. But tell us how we can come visit the zoo right now.
Sure. Yeah, the zoo is open right now every day but Tuesday.
Okay.
And it doesn't require advance reservations. You can show up, and if you're a member, enter in on your membership, or you can purchase a ticket right at the gate. Masks are required when you're inside spaces. So if you're going in the aquarium, the museum, the reptile house, all of those areas are open, and you'll be required to have a mask. When you're out in the zoo, we ask that you social distance, and a mask is recommended but not required, provided you can be distanced from everybody else. So it's a great time to visit the zoo in the fall. The cooler weather means animals tend to be a little bit more active, and the crowds are a little bit less. So
Right.
if you've been missing the zoo and want to visit, now is a great time to do it.
Oh, thanks, Josh. And both entrances are open.
No, only the main entrance, the Anthony Wayne Trail entrance is open. Our web address is toledozoo.org, so you can check out a lot of information there, or you can go on our Facebook page, and we keep that up to date with other information.
Right. Actually, that's where I saw Judy the first time. You guys had a wonderful Facebook Live with Judy. We definitely want to keep connecting with you. And I'm anxious to come up to the zoo and find Judy and say hello in person. So, and I have so many other favorite animals. I'm really excited about the baby gorilla and all the other animals at the zoo.
Yeah, we have a baby alpaca, a baby monkey, a baby gorilla, a baby orangutan. So there's a lot of cute little baby animals, including our baby rabbit here, Judy.
Baby giant rabbit.
A baby giant rabbit, that's true.
Wow. Wow. Well, Josh, thank you so much for chatting with us today and sharing Judy with us. She's so beautiful. And I want to really encourage people to come to the library as well and pick up books about rabbits and ask us more questions. And we can always, get in touch with Josh and ask him some more questions. So, hey, thanks so much for chatting with us today.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Take care. Until next time.